Hello, dear students. Welcome back to my class. Let us start with the last topic from the chapter Biological Classification. We have already studied about the kingdom Monera, kingdom Protista, and kingdom Fungi. About kingdom Plantae and kingdom Animalia. We will study about these two kingdoms, that is Plantae and Animalia, in the separate chapters. So, let us today discuss about the interesting topic viruses, viroids and lichens. What is meant by virus? Virus is a microscopic infectious agent. It is prolific and it is found in almost all the life forms. The viruses have capacity to infect the different kinds of the life forms. The viruses have the speciality that they can only replicate inside the living cells of organisms. When viruses are present on the non-living things, then they behave as a non-living things. Once they enter the living organism, they start to replicate themselves. Nowadays, due to COVID-19 pandemic, you are very much aware about the coronavirus. The viruses can only replicate inside the living cells of organisms. The study of viruses is called as virology. The viruses infect the host cells to reproduce. Once these viruses enter the host cell, they start to infect them to start reproduction. The viruses can learn to adapt to immune responses. These are much more difficult to treat than bacteria. Bacteria are easily distinguishable to the immune system, so this can be killed. Even antibiotics are also available to treat the bacterial infections. But viruses are much more difficult to treat because they invade or enter the cells of the host. So it's very difficult to find the viruses and kill them. Antibiotics are not effective against the viral infections. What is the structure and the function of viruses? The viruses are very smaller microorganisms. Their size ranges between 30 to 50 nanometers. Generally, viruses lack a cell wall. These are surrounded by a protective protein coating, and that protective protein coating is called as capsid. Capsid can be seen as a genetic element, and this it is characterized by the completed evolution of the virus and the host. They contain either RNA or DNA as the genetic material. The viruses contain either RNA or DNA as the genetic material. The viruses mainly depend on a host to deliver the complex metabolic machinery of prokaryotic or eukaryotic cells for propagation or to increase their population. The main task of virus is to carry its DNA or RNA genome to the host cell, which then can be transcribed by the host cell. The viral genome is packed in a capsulated symmetric protein. Here you can see the structure of viruses. A virus consists of a strand of genetic material. Either it is RNA or DNA. Here you can see the strand of genetic material present inside the virus. Then it has a protein coating. That protein coat, here you can see this yellowish, this protein coat is called as capsid. These viruses do not have ribosomes, mitochondria or other cell organelles. See, these viruses have spikes for attaching to the specific cell surfaces. You are aware with the structure of a coronavirus. It has spikes and the purpose of the spikes is to attach to the specific cell surface. The properties of viruses are they are non-cellular organisms. They are enclosed in a protective envelope or protective coating called as capsid. The presence of spikes, just now I have shown you here, these are the spikes. So the presence of spikes helps the viruses in attaching to the host cells. These viruses do not grow, neither respire nor metabolize. They just reproduce. Viruses are surrounded by a protein coat, capsid. They have nucleic acid core. It consists of DNA or RNA. Viruses are considered both as living and non-living things. Why? Because when these viruses are inactive, when they are present outside of the host cells, for example, when someone sneezes, then the viruses, suppose any flu patient or any viral disease patient, when that patient sneezes, then these viruses may settle on any surface. So that time they are the inactive forms, like the non-living cells. But once they enter the living cells or host cells, they become active. That's why you know that we are supposed to keep the safe distance. We have to follow so many guidelines. We have to wear the mask just because of these properties of the viruses. These viruses cause several infections. They reproduce within the host cell by using the enzymes and the raw materials. Here you can see the structure of the virus called as bacteriophage. The bacteriophage virus, it infects the bacteria. Then here you can see the structure of the tobacco mosaic virus. Here you can see its capsid, its RNA, that is genetic material. Here is a helical virus. Here you can see the overview of viral infections. For example, if there is infection of brain, encephalitis or meningitis caused by JC virus, measles, LCM virus, arbovirus, rabies, etc. Then common cold. These are caused by the rhinoviruses, parainfluenza virus, then respiratory syncytial virus. Then here you can see pharyngitis, the disease of the pharynx caused by the adenovirus, Epstein-Barr virus, etc. Then gingivitis, it is caused by the herpes simplex type 1 virus. Then eye infections can also be caused due to viruses like herpes simplex. Pneumonia, the infection of lungs, it is caused by various viruses such as influenza type A1, A and B, parainfluenza virus, respiratory syncytial virus, adenovirus, SARS coronavirus, etc. Liver may also get affected by the virus causing hepatitis. Then skin infections. Various skin infections are caused by the viruses like varicella zoster virus, rubella, measles, smallpox, etc. Then myelitis. The causes of the myelitis disease are poliovirus. Then gastrointestinal. The viruses of the intestinal tract. These are adenovirus, rotavirus, norovirus, astrovirus, coronavirus, etc. Then the viruses causing pancreatic infection. These are Coxsackie virus. Some sexually transmitted diseases are also caused due to viruses. For example, herpes simplex type 2 disease, human papilloma virus HIV, the virus which causes a deadly dangerous disease known as AIDS. So this is an overview of viral infections in human body. Now you are very much aware about the coronavirus. How COVID-19 is said to be the deadly dangerous. How COVID-19 kills. See the first step. Here you can see the oxygen entering the lungs. Acute respiratory distress syndrome. It is a lung disease triggered by the disease known as COVID-19. For people with ARDS, their lungs get filled with fluid. Their breathing becomes impossible and their oxygen levels plunge or reduce. The only cure is time. Artificially breathing for the patient until the inflammatory fluid subsides. Here you can see the alveoli. Alveoli are the air sacs of the healthy person. These alveoli, their purpose is to exchange the gases such as oxygen and carbon dioxide. So here you can see the process of healthy breathing. the blood cells are surrounding the alveoli. So continuous exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide is going on in between the blood cells or blood capillaries and the alveoli in case of healthy breathing. If someone is infected with COVID-19, then their cells have inflammation, so they pour into the lungs, thickening and the membrane and the suffocating. The fluid gets filled as in case of pneumonia. So there is problem in the exchange of oxygen. So this alveoli can't pass oxygen to the blood. So without oxygen, if the body organs do not get enough oxygen, these organs fail or these organs get damaged. Means this COVID-19 disease is deadly dangerous. So we should be aware of it. We should follow all the guidelines given by the government related to this disease. Next are viroids. Now let us see what are the viroids. See, viroids are infectious pathogens that affect only plants. See, viroids are the plant pathogens. Why? Because viroids affect only plants. Structurally, viroids are smaller than viruses. They possess circular strands of ribonucleic acids or RNAs with no protein coatings. We have discussed that viruses have protein coatings, but viroids do not have the protein coatings. These entities or these organisms hijack or kidnap the cellular machinery present in plant cells, and they replicate new copies of itself. Viroids primarily affect all forms of the higher plants. See, viroids, these are the smallest discovered microorganisms. Here you can see the structure of a viroid. The characteristic features of viroids are they contain only RNA. Viroids are known to be smaller in size and they infect only the plants. These are among the smallest known agents causing infectious diseases. See, viroids cause diseases only in the plants. These are the species of nucleic acid with relatively low molecular weight and they have a unique structure. Viroids reproduce within the host cell which they affect and they cause variations in them causing death. The diseases caused by viroids. These viroids can cause over 20 different plant diseases, of which the most studied are potato spindle fiber disease. Here you can see the condition of potato due to viroid disease. Next is chrysanthemum stunt disease. Here you can see the condition of chrysanthemum leaf due to the viroidal disease. Next are the lichens. Lichens are the symbiotic association. See, lichen is not a single organism. It is a symbiosis, the type of association in which both the organisms get benefited. In case of lichen, among different organisms like fungus and cyanobacterium or algae. The cyanobacteria are also referred to as a blue-green algae. Despite the fact of being distinct from algae, the non-fungal partner is known as the photobiont. It contains the chlorophyll. Many lichen partners include one photobiont which is capable of photosynthesis and another is mycobiont which is not universal, and there are lichens with more than one photobiont partners. The fungal partner is viewed to be composed of filamentous cell and every filament is known as the hypha. See, every filament of the fungal partner is known as hypha. These hyphae may branch, but they maintain a constant distance and they grow by extension. There are few lichens with filamentous structure among the photobionts, while other consists of chain of more or fewer cells. The types of lichens are, see, the lichens exist in one of the below mentioned growth forms. For example, crustose. The crustose lichen grow across the substance. The foliose lichens are flat, leaf-like sheets of tissues, and these are not bound closely. Squamulous lichens are closely clustered, and these are lid-flattened pebble units. Fructicose lichens, these are freely available standing branching tubes. Here you can see the structures of the different types of lichens: crustose, foliose, and fructicose. So the chapter biological classification is over. In next video, we will meet with a new chapter, the plant kingdom. Thank you.